All right, so let's do that again. We have 3 square roots of 39, x equal to 15 square roots of 39. So we're solving for x, right? So what do you know about multiplying underneath a square root? We just did it in our previous examples. The idea is that you can separate the number and the variable. Is everybody okay with that so far? When we're solving for x, we try to get it by itself. So we're going to divide and you can divide by all or parts. We're going to divide by 3 square roots of 39. So they cancel. What's 15 divided by 3? Good, Colton. And what's the square root of 39 over the square root of 39? If you have the same thing over itself, Zoe? Perfect. So now I get that the square root of x equals 5. What number could you plug in for x that would make that true? Good. Well, 5. The square root of 5 isn't 5. The square root of Abby? 25. Very good. Think about the square root. You want to know what number would equal 5. So the square root of 25 equals 5. So that means, whoops, x needs to equal 25. Are we okay with that? Does that make sense? This is a Keystone question. So you guys have to take the Keystone exams. This was right off the Keystone exam. You don't take them this year, you'll take them next year. But this is getting you and gearing you towards those types of questions. Did you get that down, Logan? Everybody get that down on their example number 4? So it says, what value of x makes this true? So again, we want to be able to simplify this. So what you want to do is kind of look at 77. And its factor trees. So what two numbers multiply to give you 77? What two numbers multiply to give you 77? Madison? Perfect. So it asks, what will make it be able to be simplified? You want to find a value of x that either has a multiple of 7 or 11. So to any of these numbers in A, B, C, or D, divide by 7 or 11. Madison? Yeah, letter B. because letter B is really 7 times 3. So if you replaced x with letter B, we end up getting 2 7s So if you have 2 of a number with a square root, what does that become? Square root of 7 times square root of 7 becomes, if you don't know, use your calculator. Not a trick question. Something we need to start thinking about. Go ahead, Zoe. Not 1. It's okay. Square root 7 times square root 7. What do we get with our calculators? Landon. What? Okay, so you multiply them together. So the square root of 7 times the square root of 7 is 49. What's the square root of 49? Zoe? 7. Okay, guys, so the square root of 7 times the square root of 7 becomes the number 7. So this is now simplified, right? You found a number that allowed you to bring a number out. I know it seems silly. So example 6, is this like example 4 or example 5? Zoe? 4, it's just like example 4. Anybody know what the word equivalent means? Or can you tell me another word for equivalent? Abby? Equal, excellent. So equivalent is kind of like equal. So if it says, what makes 2 square roots of 19x equal to 6 square roots of 19, we're going to do just that. We're going to set up an equals. What do you want to do first? Somebody tell me what you want to do first. There are like 3 or 4 different choices you could go with right now. I like it. Yeah. So I get 19 square roots of x equals 3 square roots of 19. I like it. So I said there's lots of ways to start these. I like it. Now what? Zoe? Okay, so you want to take both sides and divide it by the square root of 19. If I do that, what do I get left with on the left side? Good. Okay, so there's going to be an x. What has to still be on that x? Madison? The square root. Perfect. And what's the right side going to be equal to, Zoe? Perfect. So Colton, you seem to know how to answer this last time. The square root of what number equals 3? So what's my x need to equal? Okay, not quite 1. What do you think, Madison, and then if not, we'll go to Abby. 9. Did I trick you? It's okay. Got it. Okay. So we're going to do a couple review problems like this on a sheet of paper that's not in your packets. And then tomorrow we're going to go to the computer lab and do like the Study Island Khan Academy review for these, okay? So you do have homework today.